C.L. Davies was born the 23rd of July in 1999 in Surrey, UK. She grew up with her younger sister, Takara, and her younger brother, Jack. She enjoys spending time with her family and 5 dogs, listening to music and singing, drawing and playing video games. But most importantly, she loves writing. In 2013, she was diagnosed with anxiety and depression. With the knowledge of her mental health condition, in 2018, 5 years after being diagnosed, the author used writing to cope with them. 4 years later, in 2022, with the help of her fiancé, Charmaine, and her father, Lenny, she finally put her book forward for publishing. And the book is now published under the title The Dark Elf, The Return of the Queen, and we have the great opportunity to chat with the author today. So, Charlie, welcome and thank you for accepting our invitation.
Thank you for the opportunity.
So, first things first, tell us what is the book about? What is the plot?
Basically, the plot for my book is two siblings end up having a rivalry. So a normal family situation where families don't get on, but in a fantasy world. And unfortunately for one, she is undertaken in a severe battle with her brother for the throne. And throughout the book, there is a constant battle of who would win, along with a lot of realistic situations of mental health, losing family, and losing friends.
So we already talked about what was the inspiration, what pushed you to write this book. When did the idea about this story really come up?
I was in my second year of college. And my brain just goes mental with story ideas anyway. And the original storyline was based off me and my fiance. Thankfully, because of my college lecturer, I allowed him to read some of it, and he told me to step back, like make it as if it's a different story, not just based off my real life. And that's where the majority of the rest of the inspiration came from, was stepping back, but using the real life to follow through with the rest of the ideas.
And how challenging was it to finish a full book? I mean, sorry, today is not a good day. Okay, I'll repeat that. And how challenging is to write an entire book? I mean, what were the major obstacles you faced?
The major obstacles was stepping back, because obviously it was meant to be a story for me and my fiance. But the massive one was, like, I noted down everything, knew what I wanted to do, began writing it. But the major issue I faced was where I've never wrote a battle scene before. That took longer than the rest of the book to write. It did.
So let's talk about the target audience now. Who do you think is the perfect reader for your book, and what is the message that you want to transmit?
Yeah, as I said, obviously my target audience was meant for young teenagers, but now I've noticed a lot of adults read it. But the message I'm trying to give across is, when I was younger, I went through a really bad, tough spot with my family and everything, and life itself. And fantasy mainly, especially books, TV series, films, helped me escape the reality I lived in. And I just want to give someone else that hope. And by putting in, as a lot of people have noticed, the realism of mental health, losing family members and friends, and having the situation of having a rivalry in a family, a lot of people go through that. And during my book, it just shows that you're not alone. There are a lot of people out there, and that's what I want to share with people, is you're not alone. Even if you think you are, you're not. There's many people out there that do understand your situation and are there for you.
And now that the book is out, what were the very first comments like? Do you remember about one special comment?
There's two special comments. One from my father-in-law, so my fiance's dad. He is not a big reader. He doesn't like books, but he's my proofreader for all my books. He is, that I write, and he could not put it down. He's always said to me he doesn't like books, doesn't like reading, but he just couldn't put my book down. From the literally the first page, from the first sentence, he couldn't put it down. And that was one memorable moment that I can really remember on that one and take to heart. And another one is I had a comment from a stranger that received my book, and she had said that her book, the book that she bought from me, was for her daughter that is autistic, and so far her daughter cannot put down the book, and it's really helped her through some of the darkest times with her special needs. And to me, that's exactly one reason why my brother reads it. Is my brother has autism and he reads it to escape reality, and it's just fantastic to have that from a stranger, definitely.
Wonderful, Charlie. Wonderful. Thank you again for accepting this invitation. Thank you for sharing your time, and best luck with your book out there.
Thank you very much.
The Dark Elf, The Return of the Queen, written by C.L. Davies, is now available in bookstores and digital platforms. It's a publication by Eurobooks.